And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go, son. 52, 52. Here we go, here we go.
They'll begin with a run by Goldman. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Darnold from the gun. And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Quick slant there. Gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deshaun Hamilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Wait, 51, Mike 51. So don't say nothing. Check 31, check 31.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. 10 more there and another first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, pick your game up.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
53 is the mic. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Darnold. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
We're going to sign. 54, right there, right there. Get ready. Let's go, D.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Now it's Darnold. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Darnold now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23.
3 yards. First down, Dallas.
Go, son. Mike 5-4. Target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Where's that? Block 52. 52's the light. Got one.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Here we go.
To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, G. Go. Hey, 58's the mic. Go, 58's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep here, Marcus Murphy. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. After one, a 14-3 ball game. first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Darnold. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Play action. It's Darnold. Got his man. That's Harry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. N'Keal Harry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
That's it. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Let me go.
Jackson now. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On second and 11 now. Darnold looking for... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely. And you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On second and 10, Jackson finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Philip Dorsett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it makes the score 21-10. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Spencer Ware complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
Off at play action, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Darnold now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. coming up at the half. A reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Left side, it's Dorsett. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Dallas.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
Yeah, he did. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Darnold from the gun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Gerald Everett as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the lock.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's Murphy. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
We've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. To throw is Darnold. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A delayed give to Gallman. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Check. 15.
They go play action with Jackson. Out to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Yeah, 60 outlaw. So we got man.
On the give, this is Eckler. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Let's go. Not a whoop. 51. Rabbit.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Philip Dorsett with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, look, the lady. Check 99. The lady.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, it doesn't take to start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
faking the give. Darnold. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
52. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this to Eckler. Wiggles free. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Last stop.
Brings up 3rd down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on, let's go.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Motion. Blood. Go. Double up.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd down, Eckler. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
51. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Bring her. Go. You got Mike 51. They gonna need some therapy after this.
3rd and goal, Jackson. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
You must be dreaming.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Did they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Darnold completes it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on
From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Allison, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Watch right. You got right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Wayne Gallman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jackson on first down. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Jackson now. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you think to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw, Darnold. Open here is Allison. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10. It's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, watch your leg.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year, and they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.